Hi there, I'm WeatherWatcher Kyle David. I want to talk to you today about flash flooding. So what exactly is flash flooding? So you see this picture right behind me of a flooded neighborhood, this entire first floor of the house underwater, the street right behind me underwater, and then the speed limit sign in the neighborhood almost completely submerged. Now imagine all of this flooding occurring within the span of several minutes to hours. That is flash flooding, and that's what happens when you get heavy rains that are heavy enough to cripple the infrastructure that gets rid of the waters and rainwater safely. It just crumbles to the point where you get water accumulating like this very quickly, hence the name flash flooding. And there are several types of alerts that you could get in anticipation or the occurrence of flash flooding. There's the flash flood watch, where the confidence of flash flooding is imminent for your area, but the timing and impacts are not fully known. This is the most advanced warning that you could get for a flash flooding if it does occur, and it's the best time to prepare for a flash flood. Then there's also the flash flood warning, where that's issued in the event that it is likely to occur or it is currently occurring for your area, and the confidence is there for significant impacts. Then finally, you get the most extreme flash flooding, where it warrants a flash flood emergency. This is the rarest kind of alert you can get for your area for flash flooding, and this is where you have flash flooding that is extremely dangerous, causes extremely dangerous impacts, and it causes a significant threat to life and property. And flash flooding is no joke either. In 2020 alone, there were 57 flash flood relating fatalities, and that's the third weather related fatality for the year 2020. And there were significant fatalities from Ida alone, from all the flash flooding that occurred in 2021. Then we look at the past 10 and 30 years, it's the #2 weather-related killer here in the United States. So flash flooding is no joke, and it can quickly engulf your home and your loved ones. So what is the best thing to do to prepare in the case of flash flooding? The best thing you do is be prepared. Know your flood zones and the areas in your neighborhood or community that are prone to quickly flooding in the span of several minutes to hours. Then you know to anticipate possible flash flooding in the event you get a flash flood watch. Make sure you also pay attention to alerts. Make sure to have a way to receive those National Weather Service alerts that I mentioned before, and make sure to quickly react to them as well. As soon as you get a flash flood watch, make sure to have a plan immediately in place, and even better, have a plan already in place before flash flood watches are issued for your area. And also make sure to protect your property, lock your door, close your windows, and most importantly, secure any outdoor furniture or even bring it inside. Now, if you do find yourself out on the road currently driving when you have a flash flood alert issued, the best thing to do is return home safely. The best thing you could do for these kinds of situations is to not even be out at all. If you can't get to home safely or a safe location safely enough, the best thing you do is when you encounter these flooded roadways is turn around, don't drown, because this actually may look deeper than it actually looks to you. And your car may also not be able to handle the flash flood waters safely. And the worst thing you could get yourself caught into is rushing waters, and that's where only it takes several inches to possibly a foot to sweep away your car. So don't even drive into flooded roadways if you see them. If you do get caught in a flooded road, make sure to call 911 if you cannot escape safely and open the car door and get out of your car. If you do find that water is rising in your car and you can't get out safely through the door, try to get on the car's roof as safely as possible. And if you don't have a sunroof or a moonroof that allows you to get onto the top of your car, try and smash your car window to get out of your car immediately, and then call 911 to get emergency response. Now, if you're at home or at work and you find that the building you're in is starting to quickly flood, the best thing to do is get to the highest level of the building. Don't wait until it's up to your knees. Get to the next level of your building as fast as you can. And the best thing to do is don't get yourself locked into a closed attic. If you only have a one-way in, one-way out situation for your attic, the worst thing you can find yourself into is getting into the attic, and then floodwaters get to the point where you can't safely exit the closed attic. And that could possibly turn into a deadly end for anybody who goes in there. If possible, get on the roof of your building and call 911 to signal for help. And the best thing you can do is be on the roof and wave down for emergency responders. Now, after the storm, there's a lot of cleanup, and there's a recovery process that goes into place once you deal with flash flood emergencies or situations like this. Make sure to follow the instructions of local authorities, your mayors, police officers, and emergency response officials, and make sure to stay away from the water if there are down live wires, because the worst thing you can find yourself into is you electrocute yourself as soon as you step into the water, and that could be very deadly as well. If you do find yourself without power and you need to use a generator, make sure to place it outside and away from windows. Please do not run it inside, because then you run the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. And then finally, reach out for help, not only for the physical recovery process, but also the emotional and traumatic recovery process as well. And you can stay updated here at Rutgers Weather Watcher on the latest for flash flooding here on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And make sure you have a way to receive National Weather Service alerts in the event of flash flooding for your area. I'm Weather Watcher Kyle David, signing off.